done most of them now. Ah, okay, I like this one too. One is never so happy or so sad as one imagines oneself to be. I value this one tremendously. But once again, it comes back to this unknowability of ourselves. But I won't dwell on that. But you see it. It's in everything, he says. The idea here is, I'm happy. I just won some great victory. Someone praised me, or some important people like me, or I just won some prize, or I've been honored. I'm happy, oh so happy, but I'm certainly not as happy as I am imagining myself to be. Why? Well, we're never totally satisfied, of course. He, and she like me, admire me, but, for example, I'll use myself in this. My poem. I won't talk about my poem, I'm just using it as an example. Let's say persons A through Z read my poem, or apparently read it, and praise it and say, oh, it's so wonderful. I'm happy. They all read it, they all praised it. But I know in my heart that at least half of them did not really understand it. In fact, half of them totally misunderstood it. I know it. And the others only understood some things. I don't mean necessarily Koreans either, but apply this to people reading my poem, people whose language is not English. But the same will be true of people whose language is English. Or, I'm not sure I like his praise. I'm not sure I want praise from him. I don't respect his judgment at all. And if he says my work is great, this kind of makes me a little bit uneasy. I'm not happy about that. Or, he didn't praise it enough. He seems to like it, but I see something in his reaction which means it's okay, but not great. And on and on and on. Now, this point is obvious, I think, in joy, happiness, satisfaction, whatever. In sadness, in desolation, is it true too? It's harder to defend in this, but I think it's still defensible. I think the idea is still correct. I am never so unhappy as I imagine myself to be. This partly supposes, I think, our masks, our theatricality, theater. We're always putting on an act for someone, and as the earlier Maxim said, we are putting on acts for ourselves. And this is true. Oh God, my gloom, my disappointment. Oh God, I'm crushed. I'm watching myself do this, right? And that part of me that's watching myself do this is not so sad. At very least you can say this. At very least. And we work from there. It fits together with the when something bad happens to my friend, something in me is not very saddened by this. This extends, I wish he had said more, but I'm not sure it's possible to say more. My heart is broken by something.